Friday of Feast Week, UConn and Illinois meet again for the first time since the Elite Eight, when UConn went on a 30 to nothing run and defeated Brad Underwood and Terrence Shannon Jr. and Marcus Damask by 25 points to advance to a Final Four. A lot has changed from both of these programs since then. UConn is no longer atop the sport. They're trying to get back to it. Illinois is no longer heavily in the transfer portal. They're heavily overseas. They're Balkanese now. Both these teams, the one constant that has remained is they're both very good basketball teams with very good basketball coaches and lots of talent on both ends. And I think maybe most importantly, after a year where both sides will tell you last season they didn't do what they wanted to, both teams feel that they could get back to a Final Four this season, and I don't think they're crazy. Do you think I've correctly framed what both these teams are and what goals they should have for this season?
Look, the thing about this is there's a lot at stake because first of all, I personally get to enjoy like my ideal Black Friday is put a football game on, some leftovers, and Brad Underwood versus Dan Hurley. Like I don't know what could be better of a Black Friday event than that. And also I think there's a good amount at stake for this game because I don't know, even as a non-Illinois fan, like, how sick and tired are they of probably hearing about this UConn 30-0 run? Because that's the last time they played. That's all they got to go off of, and they're probably sick about hearing about it. And this is an Illinois team that has not necessarily played their best basketball these last couple games. You want to know what will help us forget about everything that happened in the past couple games? If they go out here and they beat UConn, we will give no two Balkans and an F about the second half against LIU, the sleepy game against UT Grand Valley, the second half debacle against Bama. You beat UConn, all that goes away.
Yep, you're right. History can be not rewritten. No one's taking a national championship away from Dan Hurley, but payback. What do they say about payback?
It's a dish best served cold.
Payback a motherfucker?
Yeah.
My get
Ooh,
back?
they get back a motherfucker.
Get
Yeah.
back? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity for Brad Underwood's get back. Now, have you seen what's going on today?
Yeah, with Brad and the jumpsuit and the team in the jumpsuits.
Yeah, before I inevitably make this a way bigger thing than it needs to be, do you have any thoughts on it? Do you care that that's going on 2 days before UConn?
Uh, you know what? I'm a person that is very reactionary, so I can't comment on if it's good or bad until I see what happens in this basketball game. If they come out flat and the game plan is trash, then I'll be like, well, at least we look cute in our jumpsuits.
Right. It's just like added ammo if this team no shows to be like, what are they doing? Now,
See, that's the point of it. Like, I understand it, like, because look, I give credit to Brad and them for doing something like this, and I don't even want to dive too deep into it, but like doing this in this setting, like non-front runner type Tennessee, they did it because they want to do it and they appreciate that. I personally would not want to necessarily do anything to give Dan Hurley more ammo to beat me,
yeah,
and
that's the
and
thing.
this is what this is.
Hurley is he's a psycho, and even if it doesn't make any sense, Hurley is 100% gonna be motivationally in his locker room talking about how Illinois isn't taking this seriously. It's all gimmick, it's all haha, hoo hoo, look how happy we are, look how much fun we're having. Let's shut them Balkan boys up.
Mm.
Like, and you can say that doesn't matter, fine. I'm just I'm baffled by this, and it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. Illinois could come out and win by 40, 100%. If that happens, then of course we look stupid for being like, why are they doing this? At the same time, people got on me for saying it was stupid that Luke Altmaier was shopping t-shirts before every big football game Illinois played this year. I mean, game by game, before a big game, Luke Altmaier was pushing t-shirt sales. Like I just launched my new drop. Make sure you get it. Use promo code lost to Signetti by 50. Like it just there's no sense of like lock in from this. And if there was one game I would care about locking in for, it would be Dan Hurley. I
Mm.
cannot, like, obviously, we knew that Brad Underwood was going to do this at some point this year. It was like 50 to 1 odds that he would choose the UConn game to do this before.
Yeah, and like I can see the players doing it. I'm surprised Brad did it.
I'm just stunned by it. But it's also just Brad at his truest self. I think this is like Brad doesn't see any difference between what's ahead of them and what's behind them, and yeah, we just play good basketball. We got Balkans, professionals, play hard, rebound,
Ah,
That's all this is. Meanwhile, Dan Hurley is like a tactician who won't enjoy his Thanksgiving because he's trying to figure out how the fuck to stop Andrei Stojakovic,
yeah. Well,
which
it's
doesn't
levels.
make me want to back Illinois in this game.
Yeah, it doesn't give me the best feeling in the world. But this won't define it.
No. Who do you think's been better this season, Illinois or UConn? Both teams are 5-1.
Both
Illinois
teams are
6-1.
I would say that are just kind of how they play, like not assuming like full health or anything like that. Like as far as like Terrace and Big T.
Health's such a big part of this because Big T's been in and out of the lineup. Even Petrovic was in and out of the lineup early. UConn has missed their starting center for I think 80% of their games.
Yeah.
So
I think I would give the slight edge to UConn, but it's close.
okay. Your favorite analytics disagree. Illinois is slightly better than UConn at this point in the season per Ken Palm. Illinois 13th, UConn 15th.
Yeah, I'm really looking at that. I'm that the game at the Garden holds a lot of weight for me. Like when they had Terrace for the full game, they looked really good against BYU, but also at the same time, Illinois looked really good at home against Texas Tech.
That's the thing. They looked really good against BYU, and BYU's good. They also let a 20-point lead slip as Keba Keita was out for the second half.
Yeah, true. I do. Yep, that's facts.
So I will say this. Look, I do. I think both these teams could win a national title this year. I think both these teams could be Final Four teams. I think I've picked both teams at various points in the first 2 weeks of the season to be in my Final Four. I think both teams are looking worse right now than they were a week ago for various reasons. And I think both teams need this one, quite frankly, for narrative purposes and trajectory of the season purposes. It's early, but it's an early inflection point for both teams. Like if UConn is closer to the team they were 2 years ago than the team they were a year ago, they should win this game. And if
Mhm.
Illinois is closer to the team they were 2 years ago than they were a year ago, they should win this game. The thing is, I think if there's one side that I'm more convinced is different than last year, it's Illinois.
Mm.
Do you agree with me on that?
Yeah, I think so. I think this Illinois team is better than last year's Illinois team,
Now, UConn is too, but
but
until
I think the difference is bigger.
I think the difference is bigger, and I think until Terrace is just full go healthy,
Hmm.
their front court is still a mess.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't want to have a messy front court against the Ivisic twins.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, and it was actually interesting because I think someone asked in the comments when I just recorded the full episode, they were like, this is gonna come down to like coaching." And I'm like, that's actually the last place I want it to come down to because if it comes down to coaching, Dan Hurley's gonna win this basketball game. I want it to come down to talent on the basketball court because, in all honesty, I think that Illinois' roster is better than UConn's.
Okay, go down that path for me. Because I think a lot of people would argue UConn might have the best roster in the country.
I assume that Terrace was out in this argument,
Okay.
which do we know about?
I haven't heard anything. He's had a while off.
Okay.
My gut says Terrace Reed plays, but my gut is frequently wrong.
Yeah. So like how would you rank the players in this game?
I don't even know how to rank Illinois' top six. Like, you asked me to rank their six, I might put Tom Ivisic fifth.
Well, that would that be a point for Illinois roster wise?
They're both really deep. I don't know. Like to me, Caravan and Ball are hard to rank too. I know you've gone back and forth on solo ball as like a winning player. So I really don't know. I mean, Demery, there are if Terrace Reed plays, there are nine guys, no, 10 guys that I think could be the best player in this game.
That's kind of crazy.
Illinois has six of them, and UConn has four of them.
Six more than four,
Six is more than four. I
I
think
think.
until Braylon Mullins is back, I think I like Illinois' players better. But I also undeniably like UConn's coach better. And
Hmm.
I like the way UConn's carrying themselves this week. We're not going to be tired as shit. We're doing Thanksgiving on Wednesday, so we're not sluggish. Meanwhile, Illinois is ha ha he he giggling to the plane. Like, I don't know if David Mirkovich knows who UConn is.
Yeah, that's it's definitely a thing.
So we talked caliber right there of players. I want a different question answered. Who do you trust more,
Team wise,
players wise?
UConn's.
Give me a top three. I trust that guy in this game ranking.
Uh, I trust all of UConn's starting five.
Wouldn't it be Caravan one?
Caravan one, probably either Ball or Terrace two or three.
Really? You're not even a ball guy.
But I'm just trusting them
What about Kylan? Why wouldn't Kylan be high on the trust rankings?
because I'm letting the last game skew me a little bit. I did not like Kylan's approach to that basketball game.
I think that's fair. That's the thing. I find it really hard to talk your way into Illinois here if you don't trust Kylan. Like trusting Kylan has to be very top of my scouting report for this game to get there with Illinois.
And that's kind of where I get to where I lean in this basketball game. I mean, I don't want to skip to it because I feel like we maybe want to talk a little bit more, but like when it comes down to who wins this game, it's kind of simple to me.
Because you have trust on the personnel on one side, you don't on the other.
I just watched a team that has defensive breakdowns against one of the best executing offenses I've seen in a long time. Like Dan Hurley and that staff and that offense execute things to perfection
Yeah.
every single time. And if you relax, if you are slow-footed, if you are a half a second, half a millimeter slow, you are going to get torched. And also, I didn't mean to come here with this as well, but I would love to see a more mentally focused team coming into a game like this for a team that's just coming off a second half or a defensive showing where I just saw breakdown after breakdown after breakdown.
Right. We might be making way too much out of the mental focus talking point on this. A hands up if we are. We will certainly own it.
But the thing is, I think it applies even if you take off the whole like the Balkan thing. I've watched a whole half of basketball where this team had defensive breakdown as a defensive breakdown, and it has
Yeah,
hurt
right.
them.
They have slowly been losing our trust in recent games. Illinois has. And I think UConn hasn't really done much to burn our trust.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. You're right. I mean, a Hurley offense, who's the assistant coach? Is it Luke
Uh,
Murray?
Luke Murray and Kamani Young.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are as good as it comes. I have no doubt UConn's going to run great stuff in this game, get open shots, and be ready for Illinois. I don't know how you look at what happened last time these two teams played and feel that Illinois is going to be 100% the same. Just
Yeah.
don't know. They're going to need players to like show up and perform and just outplay the man across from them. Now, Illinois is good and big and talented enough to do that. Like I would absolutely buy a world that you tell me like Merck is told, "Oh, these are the champs." I got 20 and 20 for the little guy.
Yeah.
Like that's the path here, and it could happen. We'll see what happens. Kylan and Demery is a fun matchup if those two match up. Very curious to see who gets the better of each other. I have a couple schematic things that I think this game comes down to that I want to talk through, and then we'll do predictions. Schematic thing number one: does UConn hold up on the boards?
Yeah. They got torched by Arizona.
They got
Look,
torched by Arizona. If Terrace is out, they won't. Just straight up, they won't. If Terrace is back, is he 100% and can he hold up on the boards? They rank poorly. They not poorly, but they're fine. They're outside the top 100 in offensive rebounding. They're outside the top 50 in defensive rebounding. Illinois is elite at both. So to me, if Illinois does win the game, it's going to be a lot of second chances. It's going to be the Arizona path, pummel them on the boards. They can do that if Terrace is out for sure. I don't know if they can if Terrace is in the game. Secondly, here, regardless of if Terrace plays or does not play, there will be a lot of Eric Ryby in this game. You and I loved Ryby as a recruit. We compared him to Donovan Clingan. It's been an up and down start for him through a month of his college career. He was pretty awesome in the FIBA event this summer. He did not look ready at all early this season. And then he was thrust into the Arizona game where Tommy Lloyd said, "We're not going to guard you, make him beat us."
Mhm.
He actually hit a couple threes as a 7'2" center, and it looked like he overcame that moment to me,
Yeah, honestly, I thought he passed that test.
which is big. I think the one criticism we've had of Ryby has been he's kind of soft.
Yeah. Mhm.
Do you think he's going to look soft against the Ivisic twins?
No.
That's a thought that I had too, is that this isn't the worst matchup for Eric Ryby.
Yeah. The bigs, like I'm looking at the Arizona game, the bigs on Arizona are the last people that you don't want to meet. Honestly, given this matchup, there's a world where Ryba, by the way, thank you to everyone who corrects us in the comments.
Sorry.
Ryba ends up being, I think, the more physical player.
Sarah.
What?
Sarah. My bad.
Sorry about
Sorry.
that.
Sarah. Um, yeah, as I was just going position by position, I was like, okay, if Reed's out, they're screwed. And then I was like, wait a second, are they screwed? Because I don't think anyone's going to punk Ryba. He can run around and block shots, and while Illinois floats to the perimeter, he can do that.
Yeah.
So like you would need someone in the Illinois front court to like go through the chest of Ryba in this game if Terrace is out to me. A fully healthy team might do that. Maybe it's a good Zvonimir game, roll the dice and see, but they don't really have the personnel to do that, in my opinion. Unless it's Merck, and Merck would be doing that to Caravan, I think, not the centers. Last schematic thing here, and this is the most important one for me. It's straight from the Ken Palm profile. Do you want to try and guess where I'm going to go with this? I think if you look at this for a second, you might pick up on it.
Let me go. You putting pressure that I might pick up on something is insane by you. Um,
There is one glaring click into the matchup of this. Oh, wow. That's something I've been harping on for 3 weeks that's going to come into play in this game.
Illinois, the free throw line.
Nope.
Ooh, turnovers?
Nope. You want the big reveal?
Yeah.
UConn's defense is number one in America at preventing assisted buckets.
See, I typically don't dip in. I haven't got to the point where I dip into style components yet. I really try to focus on the top half.
The entire UConn defensive scheme is forcing guys to beat you one on one.
So you're telling me that Hurley had multiple days of watching what Stojakovic has been doing, watching what Nate Oates did, and can implement that?
I mean, they did this to BYU also. I think that's why BYU dug a big hole. They were taking really bad, tough ISO shots for a half. And then it took some heroics from DeMonsa to get them back in the game.
Mm.
We have seen Illinois at their worst this season repeatedly go to tunnel vision Andrei Stojakovic hero ball. I've harped on it. I know it's a controversial topic. If this game plays out the way I think it will, it is almost guaranteed to be another loud Andrei Stojakovic game because UConn takes away playmaking. They take away assisted buckets. They just do an amazing job forcing you to play one on one. And when Illinois is forced to play one on one, they only look one direction this year. They look to the guy that looks like Harry Styles. I just made a One Direction pun. And then everybody stands and watches. And Cart, that's not what makes you beautiful.
That's Hey, good on you, by the way.
Thank you so much. Should we get to predictions?
Let's get to it.
UConn by 2 is what Ken Palm has. What do you have?
I got UConn. I'm gonna go UConn 87, Illinois 82.
I think Andre gets his first 30. Does he have a 30 ball?
Not yet, not at Illinois, no.
I think Andre gets his first 30 ball of his career, and I think Illinois loses by 24 points.
Damn.